Before I start, I'd like to thank everyone for coming and being part of making right now a reality for these students and myself. These past few years have been the best years of my life, and it's the people in my life that have made it so great. My family, my teachers, and of course my friends. Without these people in my life, the past 4 years wouldn't be nearly as memorable. So, here we are. We've reached the point toward which we've been waiting and preparing for the past 13 years or so. But is it really? Is this really the only point that we've been working toward? I'd like to think it isn't. Sure, high school builds up to this point, but life continues long after this point. So too should your education. Many feel that graduation is an end. Others say it's a beginning. I'd like to counter that it's neither. In fact, it's just a point through which one passes. If you live life to its fullest, graduation should be no more important than the day before or the day after. Graduation does, however, recognize the points through which these students have already passed and honors the students for what they've learned. High school taught me as much about life as it did in academic studies. That's because high school is all about learning and experience. High school is about, as my grandfather puts it, the 3 R's: reading, writing, and arithmetic. However, it's also about making friends and having fun. It's about doing your classwork and talking in between. Even though we're told not to talk as much, that's all a part of it too. Although graduating is an accomplishment, it doesn't mean anything unless you use your experiences purposefully. All of this ceremony and procedure is empty without that purpose. I'm not saying graduating isn't special, but without using this knowledge that we've gained to better ourselves in the world, all of it was for nothing. Some students are able to find meaning in high school, while it takes other students a bit longer, which is fine as long as they do find it. When it comes to the future of these students, many advise them to find and follow their passion. This usually equates to some career choice as a passion, but one's passion in life doesn't necessarily mean a job. As all of the seniors tonight have come to discover, one of the most frequent questions directed to them is, "What are you going to do after high school?" Then of course they'll respond with their future career plans. But like I said before, high school isn't just about learning. It's about the experiences that go along with it. You can schedule what classes you take, to some degree anyways, but you can't schedule making a friend or feeling hurt. Some do find a career that they're really passionate about, and others never find it. However, these two types of people can live equally successful and happy lives by doing what they truly enjoy, whether it's through a career or through how they live their personal lives. This applies to young and experienced adults alike, because both are students learning about the world and themselves. Whatever it is you do, though, put yourself into it. Remember, your job doesn't have to define you, but if it can, you're doing something right. If you put yourself into everything you do, the output is going to be a reflection of yourself. That brings up the question, who am I? I can't answer that for you. Neither can anyone else, but I do know this. If you don't like something about yourself or the world, change it. Don't expect anything to change unless you do it yourself. I don't want to make changing yourself or the world sound so easy, because it isn't at all. But one idea is all it takes. When you put that idea, an idea formed in your own mind, into practice, you've changed the world. If I learned anything in economics, it's that the micro makes up the macro. Small changes can lead to big ones. Of course, big ones help too, but we can't always make big changes. I challenge everyone to evaluate what you've learned and what you've experienced and to ask, is this who I am? If the answer is no, either change what you do or change who you are. In doing this, keep learning about yourself, the world, and your place in it. Right now, my place is as valedictorian for the Raleigh High School graduates of 2014. When I found out that I was valedictorian of my class, I decided I should probably learn what valedictory means. I came to the understanding that it didn't have anything to do with making good grades or participating in extracurricular activities. A valedictory address is a farewell, a goodbye. My purpose as valedictorian is to send everyone off in their own directions. I've spent more time on speaking of the good tonight rather than the bye. Byes can be so difficult. I've enjoyed my time here at Raleigh High School, but it's time for us to go. So, farewell, my friends. Keep learning.